All right, students, today we'd like for you to take and copy the learning target and essential question into your C notes. I'm going to ask you to pause the video now so that you can take some time and copy this. All right, welcome back. The learning target. I will apply proportional reasoning to solve for the unknown part when one part of two equal ratios is unknown. Essential question. How can proportions be set up and solved in different applications? Proportions are helpful to solve for missing values. For example, yesterday with the hamburger buns, there was at Streamline Market one package had 8 buns. Now, if we needed to know how many packages I needed to make 32 buns, this is a way that we could set up a proportion to solve it. Also in your C notes, let's write the definition for proportion. A proportion is an equation that states two ratios are equal. Another way to think about it is just to think equivalent ratios. When we've been doing the rate tables, they've been full of nothing but equivalent ratios. So this is something we should be really comfortable with once we get started. There are several ways to set up proportions. Depending on the ratios, one proportion might be easier to solve than another. Let's look at 4 ways to set up proportions using the following ratio. Among American doctors, males outnumber females by a ratio of 15:4. If there are 450 doctors are males, how many will be female? One of the ways we can set this up is to write the known ratio of male to female doctors. So we're going to simply start with 15 male doctors to 4 female doctors. It is very important that you write your labels, male and female, besides the numbers that they represent, so that you don't get the ratio mixed up and confused. Now, we're simply going to match our labels on the other side. Male to male and female to female. Given this situation, it told us that there are 450 male doctors, so we can plug that number into the top, and our unknown is there. That is one way. Let's try another way. Make sure that you are also copying these onto your handout. You can write the ratio comparing the male to male. So we have 15 male to 450 male doctors. That's given to us right here. Now, on the other side of our proportion, we're going to need the rest of the information, which is the female doctors. The part, the 4 females, is going to be on the top along with the 15 male doctors, and our unknown is going to be on the bottom related to our 450 male doctors. Yet another way to write this proportion is comparing the female to male. So instead of writing down the male on the top, we're going to write down the female on the top. This is why it's very important to make sure you're writing down your labels, because now it's not going to be 15 on the top. The 15 has to be by the male doctors and the 4 by the female doctors. So of course on the other side of the proportion we've got to match the labels up also. Female on the top, male on the bottom. The female is our unknown, and the male is the 450 that we were given. You can do the same thing using the male to male ratio, but instead of going 15 male, we're going to go 450 male compared to 15 male doctors. And match up our information on the other side of our proportion. The unknown total amount of female doctors and the known amount of female doctors. Take some time, pause this video, and copy these down. Alright, welcome back again. We are going to walk through an example real quick. Adriana and Joey both were trying to solve this problem involving dogs and cats. The information we're given said dogs outnumber cats in an area by a ratio of 9 to 8. In fact, since the 9 and the 8 don't have labels, I'm probably going to label them 9 dogs, 8 cats, which matches our information we were given here. If there are 180 dogs, how many cats are there? Adriana chose this proportion to start with, 9 dogs to 8 cats equals 180 dogs to X cats. The way that she chose to solve it was to find a number that would multiply 9 to get to 180. What number can 9 multiply by to equal 180? If you chose 20, that's correct. If not, you need to work on your multiplication facts. Just saying. So, if we multiply 9 by 20 to get to 180, what are we going to do with 8 now? That's right, we're going to multiply it by 20 also. 20 times 80, 160. Therefore, 180 dogs is equivalent to 160 cats. So our unknown bit is 160 cats. Now let's look at Joey's work. Joey chose to do it a little bit different. Actually, he chose to do it a lot more like our rate tables. He set up the following ratio: 8 cats to 9 dogs equals, he doesn't know how many cats, to 180 dogs. What ratio can I make out of 8 to 9 is going to get me close to 180? Remember, multiplying by 10 is always an easy thing to do. So 8 times 10, 80. 9 times 10, 90. Those are equivalent ratios. Now, all we have to do is find a way to get from 90 to 180. Hopefully you see that that's just double, so we can double the 80 to get to 160. There are 160 cats in the area. Make sure that you have taken some time, pause the video, and record this information in your C notes. After you do that, you can complete the rest of the work on the handout with your partners. Thank you.